Hey fam, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications.
So moving on, late out of L.A., one of the victims shot in the Nipsey Hussle murder has been arrested for associating with Nipsey, according to TMZ. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that Kerry Lathan, a 56-year-old man who was shot in the back outside of Nipsey's Marathon clothing store, was taken to the hospital a week ago Sunday, treated and released. 5 days after the shooting, Lathan, who is out on parole after serving 20 years for murder, was arrested at his halfway house for associating with a known gang member. Who was that? It was Nipsey. Teresa, you were there at the memorial. What did it feel like inside the Staples Center?
So it was a celebration of life, and actually being there, I was working with Tidal at the time with the production company, ESM Productions, and they were live streaming the content. So I think, you know, my position there, you know, kind of helping with that analytics, I got to see, you know, those who were walking behind the scenes, the celebrities that were walking through, and when they got on the stage. Family, you know, obviously was distraught. The celebrities, you know, had a moment of silence, you know, from Meek Mill, from Snoop Dogg, but everybody more so was there from the heart. They were respectful. You know, a lot of people actually refrained from taking a lot of selfies and took posting during it. Mm-hmm. So I think some of the words, you know, and I'm particularly talking about Snoop Dogg, about how he felt about his friend, was really about how he understood Nipsey as being that community leader and that forethought Black economics entrepreneur that everybody knows and loves. And I think a lot of that knowing about Nipsey, even if people just understood what his music did, but not necessarily what he did in the community, they really felt, especially in that room, that he was about more than just himself. And I think everybody who spoke in those posts, you know, in the audience, felt the same way, and they wanted to take it back to their city. So it was a celebration of life, and not really a funeral, but literally a celebration of how to do better for the community.
That's beautiful. So you mentioned Snoop. We have a clip that allows us to hear a little bit about what he had to say.
And I want to say this. If it so happens to be that your kids die before you, Nipsey's mother prepared us for this day in the future. Thank you, mother. I didn't grow up with Nip. I didn't grow up with him in the neighborhood as a kid, but I watched Nip grow up in front of me. I watched him grow into a full-grown man and an incredible young businessman. I still remember the first time when he pushed up on me with his tape. Most rappers, when they push up on Snoop Dogg with a tape, this is their line. Hey, dog, listen to my music. I can make you $1 million. Nipsey's line was, hey, homie, listen to my music. Just give it a listen. That's it? No record deal? You don't want to get put on? So to me, he had vision to know and understand that I don't want to be handed out nothing. I'm going to come get mine.
A life well lived. Any small, quick thoughts on this memorial?
Well, I think that certainly a celebration of life is the best way to put it, and it also reminds us that we have this stereotypical vision of what people from the hood, especially rappers, are, and he was a vision of what it could be. I mean, the man had music that reached across oceans and across continents and across generations, and to have so many people come together to honor him, not just for his music, but for what he did in not leaving the community. Yeah. He stayed in the community and tried to build something that was just incredible, and I think it's something to be proud of.
Absolutely.
I just think that this is a testimony as to how somebody doesn't have to be perfect in order to make an impact, because no one up there said that Nipsey was perfect. No one up there, you know, likened him to Jesus or anything like that. He was a human being who did his best to be his best.
Absolutely.
And he was cut short in his prime while he was trying to do his best.
Absolutely.
So, you know, let this be a testimony as to, you know, how to, you know, move forward. Like Lauren London said at the end of her eulogy to Nipsey, she said the marathon continues. You just have to keep going.
Absolutely.
You have to keep striving for perfection. And I feel like that service was the catalyst for a lot of people in doing so.
Absolutely, and let's hope that this man that was arrested is released, because the bottom line is everyone knows that Nipsey was about providing opportunities for people who were transitioning from incarceration to being back in the community. And the fact that they would take advantage of someone who too was victimized in order to add to the sort of over-incarceration of black men is absolutely unconscionable. And I hope that the people of LA rise up.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
So calling all HBCU alumni, students, and leaders, enter the Ford Motor Company HBCU Mobility Challenge and win $25,000 for your school. Building on their long-term support of HBCUs, Ford is looking to improve mobility in HBCU communities through innovative solutions. The winning program will receive a grant of up to $25,000 to implement their proposal. The deadline to apply has been extended to April 15th, that's Monday. So go to FGB.Life for more information and to apply. Ford goes further in our community.
Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.